Yo YouTube, it's Comic John here with another hot take movie review. I just got out of seeing Bombshell starring Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, Margo, Robbie, John Lithgow, and many, many more that I did not even know about. So let's get into it. I've tried 3 times now to record this video, and it's really hard to kind of, run down the middle lane and stay neutral, because this is, it's a reflection of our society. It's where we are at the highest height of wealth and entertainment. There's just some nasty shit that everyone, and it's common knowledge that in the entertainment industry, these fat, hideous, super duper rich, ugly old white men have just been holding this power over women since, I don't know, the 60s, the 50s. Who knows how far it goes back, but as far as like our current modern society, it has never not existed. And I was walking out of the theater, and there was these 2 women behind me who were most likely in their 70s. And the one asked the other, "So do you think it's ever going to change?" And the woman with her said, They're men, and they're gonna want sex, and that's all they're ever gonna want, and it's never gonna change." And I stopped, because they were about 4 feet behind me, and I stopped, making them kind of abruptly stop. And I turned around and I said, "Listen, I'm sorry that you have that outlook on men because of the men that you lived with the majority of your life. But I have a daughter. My brother has 3 daughters. And this is something that is more important to me to teach my daughter than anything. So just don't lose faith in us yet. We're slowly starting to figure out that maybe, actually, that the women need to be making the emotionally effective decisions." That's just my take. Bit of a sidetrack, because my main point in this movie is that Kate McKinnon steals the show. Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live regular. She's been in a bunch of movies here and there. I don't really remember her being in any sort of drama. And she plays the audience's mold, more or less. She's a lesbian Democrat that works at Fox News simply because no one else would hire her. And now no one else will hire her because she works at Fox News. So she's kind of like this mole for the audience. And we kind of see everything happen to... Now look, Kate McKinnon, I would never say is unattractive. But there are other women portrayed as just these basically models that come in and work at Fox News. So Kate McKinnon kind of is watching it all from our point of view. And gosh, Charlize Theron, not only does she look just like Megyn Kelly, she is such a good actor, and she's another actress who I can't really remember. There was someone who Christian Bale. After I saw Ford v Ferrari, I was just like, why are we not holding Christian Bale right up there with Daniel Day-Lewis? I don't understand. Give me a better argument. He does far more movies, and they're all knocked. He knocks it out of the park every time. Anyway, that's my feeling on Charlize Theron. She has done so many different ranges of characters, and every time she just owns it and is one of the highlights. Nicole Kidman has not lost a step. She is as good as ever, and the main character, more or less, in this movie. It's really between the 3 girls, Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, and Margo Robbie. Nicole Kidman kind of being like the, I know... It's been a while, guys. Like I said, I've tried to make this video 3 times, and it's hard to walk a line without offending people, or either side of the political coin. Not that I am on a side of the political coin, but this movie definitely is. And I kind of have forgotten everyone's name. Megyn Kelly, I remember her name. What is her name? Nicole Kidman's character. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. They say her name 1,000 times in the movie. I was just so interested in how they were going to tell it, and how they just kept taking all these rib shots at Fox News, even when Margo Robbie is kind of asked to sell, what her take is of Fox News to, one of the higher up white stiffs. And she's like, we deliver balance. She's like, our news, facts. But our opinion pieces, we apply balance to the American conversation. It's just like, it's hilarious because Fox News, fair and balanced, but it's only balancing one side. Again, like I said, I'm gonna probably have to edit this out, but it's not rocket science to see. I mean, look at me, I'm making a video right now. I do keep my eye on television and movies, if you haven't noticed, and I definitely know when I'm being spun a story and when I'm just being reported facts, or at least, less of an agenda. Gosh, guys, this is not a political channel, I'm sorry. So, go see the movie, it's so good. John Lithgow, batting 1,000 as always, in his entire career. I don't think I've ever seen him do anything I don't like. And Allison Janney, who plays his lawyer, again, knocks it out of the park like always. The guy who plays Rudy Giuliani, he's a comedic actor. I'm sure I wrote his name down while I was watching the movie, but that does no good when you film from your phone, if that note is on your phone. Unless someone knows how I can see my notes, there's a bug in here, on my phone as I'm recording. Let me know in the comments section. Like I said, Kate McKinnon. Kirsten Dunst! Towards the end of the movie, it's kind of like the new girl, like the girl after Margo. Again, she's a real person, but I don't remember her name. I think it was Jill something. She has a very short scene with with Charlize Theron, and our Mary Jane from the Sam Raimi, or from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Kirsten Dunst crushes it. Has this real intimate confession to Charlize, to Megyn Kelly, and it's moving. I mean, they were all victims. They basically let you know any girl who works there had to do something, unless I don't know, I guess Kate McKinnon's character was never approached because maybe the lesbian vibe was a little heavy. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm sure there were a few girls that they just didn't hit on, and they were like, you're just a hard worker, so let's hire you. But for the most part, any girl of mild attractiveness or heterosexual emissions had to perform some sort of sexual act to get a job at Fox News. It was they played a voicemail where it was like, or they played recordings of all the women saying just the name, hey, were you ever assaulted by anyone at Fox News? And they would shake their head, and then they would just say the guy's first name. It was like 1,000,000 Rogers, 100 Bills, as in O'Reilly. Yeah, he's in the movie. And I didn't even notice that. Was that really him? Or was that like someone who looked like him and they digitally altered his face? Because how on earth would he play himself in a movie that's exposing him as a sexual predator? I need to go do some research. Again, guys, it's a hot take movie review. I don't really do much research. I was going to plan on later going into the studio and kind of breaking down, because this movie is extremely important, as I mentioned earlier. I have a daughter. I think it's time to leave the world in women's hands. I think we've done enough. And by we, I say men, primarily white men. Sorry. We overstayed our welcome. And it's a long time coming, if you ask me. But I can't do that. I'm not going to do the deep dive into Bombshell, at least not tonight. Tonight, I have to comment on this Collider stuff. I have like a weird history with Collider, and now I'm a huge John Campea fan, a huge Christian Harloff fan, and I swear I smelled what was happening over there like 2 years ago, because I would see them posting videos, and it was just so sporadic and random. So I think I'm gonna do a kind of like a news brief, deep dive, dick tip in one of the. And this week with my boy CJ, possibly Andrew, a new episode of First Time Watching. And in this chapter, I'm gonna watch The Matrix for the first time. A little sneak preview. I watched half of it for the first time last night at like 2 in the morning. Great idea. And the whole explanation of why, you know, we were in this like kind of made up little world and how it's really the future and AI, I'm in. I almost thought it was going to be impossible for me to follow, so I was a little worried because it is so futuristic, I guess. But I'm in, I'm intelligent, I'm shocked I'm able to follow, and we'll get to that this week on First Time Watching. That'll do it for this hot take movie review of Bombshell. I loved it. You guys got to go see it. Let me know in the comments if you do and what you thought. Sorry, I'm trying to squeeze this gum so I can fit it in my mouth. I love you. Bye.